So recently I have got to a hiffle or some kind of iffy with the bank. And basically to make a short story long, I have been scammed for $8,600 and then $1,700 from a laptop due to the progressive lease that I have. But let me explain what happened. So recently around March, February, I ran into my old coworker, Michael, who I worked with at Burger King a long time ago. And basically, he's trying to help me get some, exchange numbers and all that stuff like that. Shake hands. Hasn't been a while since we met. But then in April, month passed this year. Um, he was helping me, get some, saying, do you want to get some extra money? And I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. So basically, he, he is calling up his friend in Texas apparently. And what happened is, he's getting me to, come over to this place one day. We end up talking about like, our future plans and everything like that, etc. But, aside from that, he ends up getting me to, we end up looking up this progressive leasing term from Best Buy so we can get this laptop. So yeah, okay, we're doing that. And apparently the plan was to sell it to Texas to some person in Texas because, they'd buy like apparently 4 or 5 times the price. That was the whole catch. But what the issue is was I really wasn't overlooking all this. But let me finish the story first. So after we get this laptop, okay, yeah, we sell it. I got and then like a couple of days, well, it's like a week and a half or something like that afterwards. He comes back over with like me and his girlfriend. He gives me a cashier's check, and we go out to Wells Fargo, and then we cash it though. But then like these other checks that I'm cashing out, I wish I had them right now, but I'll show pictures of them later. But yeah, we have these checks, and we're just going to like Walmart and like advanced loan places, and then Wells Fargo's to try to see if they'll cash it. One cashes it, and then like I end up depositing like a check for $8,956. Deposit 3,000, take out 5,000, gave it to Michael, basically, and then like he splits the money with his friends apparently, like because the money is supposed to be split with these other checks. I'm not sure why I'm having more checks, but they're into my name, so I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, they should be legit, they have signed and it's paid to the order of me. So if anything happens, the bank will just get the money back. But my thing was, I was giving them money because apparently the plan was for them to make money and then like give some of the money. But the thing is, I only ended like $100 out of all this. So, but I'll get to that part in a second. So basically, yeah, we sell the laptop. That's out there in the world. I'm not sure if I can report it stolen at this point, but that would help. But so yeah, the laptop gets sold. Yeah, we get the cashier's check, but I ended up giving Michael the money that was from the legit cashier's check, and then he told me then like I'll get the money from the other checks that I'm cashing though. But the thing is, I didn't know that those were the illegitimate checks. So the money that I was getting from that didn't count. That was thanks, and it just never should have went to Michael and his friends. And I'll get to his friends in a second. So yeah, that goes good. And then basically what happens is like 2 nights from there I work, right? And then apparently Michael was like, hey, you want to get some more money because I didn't check the bank. Because I think it was like the next day, like Michael's friends, one of them's named Mo, I think and then the other's was his like driver or something like that. And I wish I still had that video of the license plate number that I recorded of their black car that they were driving, because that to me was like evidence right there. But yeah, basically we do the same thing. I cash a check, they take me to multiple Wells Fargos, and a check works. I deposit one for another 8,500, and I'm just thinking to myself, why is check so big? But aside from that, yeah, I take 1,000 out that time. The second time it worked. And then in the midst of this, they keep going back to this one apartment and then like fuck. Whereas like I think they're like making checks, but it's never clear to me because I just see one person get out while I'm in the car and keep going to this apartment and then like coming out with checks. So I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just thinking that this is a legit business, and like I wouldn't be fooled. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I ended up getting fooled. But yeah, aside from that, after they kept getting these checks, I would go to a Wells Fargo, and then like some of them wouldn't work. They would have the return to maker marker, and I was just thinking, okay, well, if they're if they have like a company or something like that, they just write out another check to me. But I'm just figuring out how they write these checks out to me so fast. But yeah, after the other second one worked, they took me home and I went to work that day. But then I went to my other job after I came back Sunday night, or it's not Sunday night or something like that. It was a day. It was like Monday, I believe, or something like that. But it was like April 29th or something like that it started happening. But yeah, I looked at my bank and it said negative 5,000, then negative 8,000, negative 11,000, and it was like so much money being lost. I'm like, what's going on? So apparently, like some of the checks that I cashed, they were like fake apparently, and then they weren't paid for. So I was thinking to myself, oh my god, I just cashed all these checks that just they weren't paid for, so now I'm screwed. And then I was just wondering to myself, like, how am I pay them back like almost $10,000 in between the laptop and the 8,006 I got scammed for, because the checks weren't paid for. Now I have to pay out of my own pocket. So basically, that's the situation I'm in now. And then I was calling like Michael about it, and I was like, what, like, can you call your friend, see what's going on? And then like apparently they were on a three call. And then like when I did, like they were like angry at me saying like, oh, I should have took out the money and then that wouldn't happen. But I was thinking to myself, that would happen regardless, because the banks are saying that every check but cashier's check were fake, so they were gonna do it anyway. So I'm just sitting here upset with them. I'm just like, what the heck? Why would they lie to me like that? And then like hung up during the middle of me, Mike, and then they tried to get us to cash like two more checks that were like worth over $10,000. And then like those got rejected, and then at that point, bank sent me a notification saying that my account's on foreclosure. So now I'm like, what the heck? So now my account's closed. Michael's like, well, yeah, they screwed over. Oh, I would never, talk to you like that. And then like, it's just a whole big thing though, honestly. The reason why it's like a month late after this is because, yeah, the anxiety built up, but it's just like I didn't know really what to do at this point. So yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, yeah, they even tried to. They got me the extra 500 out of that, because he was like, "Oh, don't play with me, man. That's our money." But like in my mind, I thought it was just like money that was supposed to be split. But out of all this, the 5,000 that my friend Michael got, the coworker I was telling you about, he said that he gave that money to them and the cashier check money to them. So that's like $7,000. So out of that, you got $100, and I'm thinking like you gave them like $6,800, and I'm like. And a part of me really didn't believe that, because like anybody can be in on a scam, but I mean like I gave it the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time that was the problem. I was giving the benefit of the doubt to people I shouldn't have. So I would say like one of the morals of the story is like see if a check is cashed or paid for, because like the last time this happened to me, it was because I was cashing a check for somebody else for my Navy Federal, but that was like 2010, 11. This happened recently. This was checks that were paid for, not paid for, but supposed to be cashed out to me for payment for buying the laptop, or for the laptop. But then now I don't have the money for the laptop, and then I'm getting scammed because of the fake checks, the two fake checks and everything like that, and then the last two fake checks. So yeah, the whole check scheme is pretty much what has my bank account frozen at this point. I have to pay them back, and they're telling me however long it takes for me to pay them back is however long it takes for me to get the account back. So now I'm just like thinking of multiple ways to just get money, because now I can't get to those guys that scammed me. They're in Texas, and I don't have a license plate number because I deleted the video, my dumbass, of license plate number that I had, which would have helped, because I thought that I could trust them. That's why I deleted the video in the first place. I was like, yeah, these are Mike's friends. I can actually trust them. But I didn't realize I was getting scammed. And yeah, if I could go back in time, then I would have just stopped myself from getting in the car and having him right here next to me talking about, help me, get some extra money, knowing that this helped them get extra money, and I would be broke in the process and probably even facing jail time because of this. Also, just like be careful who you trust though, because some people, like, the only reason that this worked out is because they were able to get their friends, or like my friend Michael, get involved into this. If it wasn't for like him, I wouldn't have got involved with the dude in Texas who we did FaceTime, but it was on his phone, so I wasn't really able to record it. And then I wouldn't have gotten involved with Mo, who is apparently one of the people working with the guy in Texas who also had a driver at the time. I'm not sure whether or not it was really Michael's friend, but apparently Michael called him to take me on a trip with the guys to get the checks. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole story right there. Got scammed for $10,000, and I learned a valuable lesson not to trust anybody who's not family, because we'll fuck you. Might be a while before I do anything, but until then, peace and blessings.